Hi, this is Terry from Fabric Junction in Sturgis, South Dakota. Today I'm going to show you how to make a block that we call the Stars Surprise, and we incorporated it into a pillow. But it would make a great quilt if you would like to do it as a quilt. But let me show you how to put our Star Surprise together. Once you have cut your pieces, and a lot of your cutting, for example, I'll pull the red, you'll actually be doing a larger square and cutting it. I've got this one sewn. You'll cut it twice. And that's what we showed you at the very beginning on the cutting. But you'll only need 2 of those per block. So when you have the extra and you want to do multiple blocks, you have extra of the red and actually of the large black ones that go on the side. So to start, we want to make the piece that looks like a flying geese. Because of the method that we cut, we will do it a little bit different than I've shown you in the past, but still very simple. We set it up. You have the smaller triangles in the corner, your bigger one in the center, and you're just going to start lining them up. I line up from this corner because this corner should line up. You want to be straight, and you're going to do a 1/4 inch seam. It should actually fall pretty close to where this overlaps. Okay, and find my 1/4 inch, slip it in there in hopes that that tip doesn't go down. And there we go. And if you're doing multiples, just keep doing one after the other until you have several. And then you can cut them apart. Go over, press. And we're going to add our other one. Same way. Line it up on the corner, on the straight. Place it far enough under there so that little tip doesn't fall down, and you can kind of see where your needle's going to drop. Because I don't want that tip to fall down. And again, we're going to press. Let's trim our dog ears. And then this one gets attached to your center block. On this particular one, I did fussy cut my centers, but if I had something that had a whole bunch of like flowers or something, I may not. But because I had little items like telephones and radios, and this one's a gas pump, I wanted to profile those in the center. So this is a great design to show off a center if you're going to fussy cut it. Okay, and there is our piece. Now to do the sides is basically the same thing, except we're going to extend it. So I start with one side, line it up just like I did before. Get it nice. Line up on the machine. Okay. Can't tell. My thread, it did jump out, I think. I can't quite tell. Let me get it. It did. Nothing like having the thread jump out on you. Oh, and then I forgot to stick it through. I tend to get in a hurry. There it is. I'm going to pull it extra long just to be on the safe side this time. That's the reason I like to do a lot of the chain piecing. I don't worry about that. I could lift and pull it at the cutter. That would kind of keep it from doing that. Some people, when they run into that problem, will stick an extra piece of fabric scrap in there. But I forget to. Anyway, we'll move on. Our middle piece, you need to kind of offset this one. And the reason you have to offset it is because you need to come off right here. I'll see if we can't put it against. You need to be off right here at the 1/4 inch, the same at the beginning. So this piece does get offset. If you line it up right on the edge, I'll do kind of an imaginary seam right here. What happens is you're clear down here on your intersection, and that's not where you want to be. So you have to remember, when you don't have a place to line up nice and pretty like we did the first one, you want to line this up so that right here is a 1/4 inch and the white on the bottom is basically a 1/4 inch. When you do a lot of sewing, you get to where you can eyeball it. If you think you're going to have a problem, go ahead and just measure it real quick. There we go. So that you have that extra. And again, go, press. We're going to add the next one. The next one's going to do kind of the same thing. We're going to line it up. We want it to be about a 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm afraid I'm going to lose my little thread this time for whatever reason. It just kind of snaps back a little too quick and gets too short to restart. There we go. Again, press. And the last one. Now my last one, once again, I do get to line it up very nice with everything. Set it in the machine. Okay, trim our dog ears. I've got a few longer strings this time, which is okay. Get all those trimmed down so they're a little bit out of the way. And then the light goes towards the center, the dark piece in the middle. And it looks like I got one of my pieces is much. Oh, my seams got way too fat. Ever your seams get real fat on you? Or too skinny? Sometimes I get them too skinny, but this time they're a little fat. But line it up. Make sure as I'm crossing, you know, you got a little two seams there to keep those points. You want to cross right at that intersection. I put my bigger piece on the bottom so that I can ease one to the other, which is what I'm doing. Keep them lined up as straight as I can. If I wasn't doing this to show you how to finish it, I would have probably changed those couple of seams that had gotten a little bit bigger than they should have been. But for this, I want you to have the idea on how to put this particular block together, and then show you how neat it looks when it's laid out with its mates. Okay. So this one side's going to lay pretty nice because I did just fine on this one. This is the side that I took a couple seams that weren't quite right, so it's going to have a little bit of ripple on it because of that. When you put it together, try not to do that. Try not to get that little bit of ripple. But you get the idea of how the block goes, and standing on its own, I don't consider it one of the most beautiful blocks. But you know, when I put it in the pillow, I thought it was fantastic. And here's the block. And then I did a quarter turn, and the pieces I knew I was going to do a quarter turn, I made sure my fussy cut was going the right way, because there is the the sewing machine, up and a quarter turn. And with those, here's your star surprise. You end up creating a beautiful chevron and a gorgeous star right in the middle. So I hope you like our star surprise block, and go make yourself a pillow. This one is a 16.5. The blocks are actually 8.5. 4 of them made this wonderful pillow. When I finished this, I actually took all my scrap to do my backing. I love to just kind of use up my scraps that way, and they can do whatever they want. I don't care. It just makes a great two-sided pillow. Thank you for watching us here at Fabric Junction, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out our website, our blog, Facebook. Stop by and see us when you're close by. We'd love to see you. Thank you again for watching.